Good morning, Bobcats, and happy Friday. Welcome to WBLS Morning News. I'm Miss Young. I want to welcome in Colson and Keegan to say the pledge for us. We appreciate these boys from Miss Furman's class helping us out, and I'm sure they'll be back. We're going to give Miss Gregory's class a chance next week to help us with the pledge. Please stand and join us.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, boys. Today is Friday, October the 21st, and it is Special Area Day 2. I repeat, Special Area Day 2. Friends, please make sure you're using the restroom before you come to the Special Area class. Hey, let's take a look at our weather forecast for this fantastic Friday. It's a little chilly, but not as chilly as it was yesterday. Our high will be 77. Our low will be 54. With sunny skies all day, it looks to be a beautiful weekend. We want to wish these Bobcats a happy birthday today. Caden and Miss Wells' 4th grade class, Melena and Miss Gregory's kindergarten class. Tomorrow, Anna Rebecca and Miss Ryan's class, and Evelyn and Miss Williams' class. And on Sunday, Cole and Miss Bowie's class, and Jackson and Miss Moore's class. If you see any or all of these Bobcats out and about today, make sure and wish them a happy birthday. Thank you to Miss Schmidt's 3rd graders for helping us out with the lunch menu this week. Miss Widener's 3rd graders are going to be helping us out next week. We appreciate you, Miss Schmidt's class. What's cooking in the Bucklet cafeteria today?
You may choose brunch for lunch or fish and grits. You may choose seasoned fresh green beans or tater tots.
You may choose assorted fruit. Don't forget your milk and have a great lunch.
We are so excited that Boosterthon will actually start on Monday. And so what will happen this year is when you go to special area classes starting on Monday until the fun run, you'll get to watch these really cool videos, and you'll have a special message from our head park rangers. If you don't know who that is, that's Mr. Millard and Miss Quiggins. And so when you're watching those videos, you want to really pay attention. We'll have our focus wall will go up outside of the exploration lab. That's going to tell you and show you how many states we've gotten pledges from, how many laps each class has earned. And so it's just a great spot. It'll give you the posters for what each day and each character trait is about. So make sure and take a peek at that. It's not too late to get signed up and put into the drawing to win a chance for a front of the line parking spot. And I thought it was either or, but it's not. They're going to do a front of the line parking spot, and they're going to draw for 2 children to have lunch with the principal. So go ahead to mybooster.com. You can get registered. You can start sharing. You can make a really cool video to share out with those you love. I want to welcome in Miss Mullinax for some children we love because they have terrific kid behavior.
Good morning, Bobcats, and happy Friday. I have a great group of terrific kids to share with you today, and we're going to get started with Mrs. Kerner's room. I have Cameron Clappus, and this says Cameron is our next terrific kid. She is a fantastic helper, a great friend, and a terrific learner. Great job, Cameron. All right, next for Mrs. Munoz's room, we have Mila Cannon. And this says Mila is working very hard in kindergarten. She has shown great progress with following directions. Mila is a bucket filler to her classmates and is a great member of our classroom family. Way to go, Mila. All right, next from Miss Gregory's room, we have Whitley Mook, and this says Whitley is such a terrific kid. She makes everyone feel so special and included. Whitley is an outstanding student and friend. We are so happy that she's a part of our class. Good job, Whitley. All right, next from Mrs. Shank's room, we have Isla Kelly, and this says Isla is our terrific kid this week. She works hard and always does her best work. She is a kind friend and a great teacher helper. Good job. Next from Mrs. Lazarus's class, we have Camille Blunden, and this says Camille demonstrates self-control and respect to all her classmates and teacher. Camille is known for keeping a smile on her face while helping others. Camille is wonderful, and her class loves her. Great job, Camille. All right, next up from Mrs. Oschlager's room, we have Amelia Moore. And this says, Amelia is our terrific kid because she always listens and follows directions. She is so kind and always puts other people's feelings before her own. Great job, Amelia. All right, from Mrs. McDermott's room, we have Anson Gay. And this says, Anson is a hard worker and a kind friend. His classmates and teachers love him. Good job, Anson. And also from Mrs. McDermott's room, we have Reese Hansen. And this says, Reese is a kind friend and a hard worker. He loves art and frequently draws special pictures for his friends. Good job, Reese. All right, from Ms. Moore's room, we have Parker Schmidt. And this says, Parker has grown so much since the beginning of the school year. I'm so proud of all of his hard work. He always has the most creative ideas to bring into our classroom. From Mrs. Howell's room, we have Asher Vo, and this says Asher is a kind and helpful student. He is very creative and colors the most beautiful pictures. Asher is extremely enthusiastic about school and events, and his smile is contagious, and we're grateful he's in our class. He does have a great smile, that Asher. All right, next we have Abel Lenoy from Mrs. Threadgill's room, and this says Abel is a hard worker with an award-winning smile, a kind heart, and a can-do attitude. We are so lucky to have him in our class. Good job, Abel. All right, from Mrs. McLeod's room, we have Catherine Hollis, and this says Catherine is a good student. She listens and follows directions. She completes her work on time each day. From Miss Register's room, we have Nathan Wang, and this says Nathan is an exemplary student. He stays focused and asks great questions in class discussions. Nathan is a great reading partner and is always willing to listen to a friend read their AR book. We are so happy to have him in our class. All right, from Miss Williams' room, we have Amani Alford, and this says, Amani works hard and follows the expectations. She always has a smile on her face. She is a kind friend to all, and she is an outstanding Bobcat. Good job, Amani. All right, next from Miss Hurley's room, we have Jackson Moore, and this says, Jackson is our terrific kid for this week. He is a superstar when it comes to Haggerty. He is always willing to help and always looks out for his classmates. Keep up the good work, Jackson. All right, next from Mrs. Vick's room, we have Emma Mixon. And this says, Emma brings a smile and so much excitement to our class each day. Emma makes me proud to be her teacher because she tries her best every day and is making so much progress each and every day. Way to go, Emma, from Mrs. Vick's. Great job. All right. Next up, we have Colton Miller from Mrs. Connor's room. And this says Colton is our terrific kid this week. He is kind, a hard worker, and helpful in the classroom. Good job, Colton. All right, from Mrs. Schmidt's room, we have Mason Casto. Mason was voted as our next terrific kid because he is a good friend to many. He always does his best, and he is helpful to everyone. Good job, Mason. All right, from Mrs. Ferris's room, we have Kenzie Fox. This says Kenzie was selected as our terrific kid because she is so wonderfully positive. She arrives each day with a smile and ready to learn and always gives her best effort. Way to go, Kenzie. From Mr. Jones' room, we have Ellis Young. This says Ellis has been a great example to his friends and classmates this year. He goes out of his way to make sure he does it right, and we are so lucky to have Ellis in our class this year. Good job. From Mrs. Tucker's room, we have Rebecca Durman. This says Rebecca was nominated as our next terrific kid because she has been a math wizard and excited for multiplication. She also has been extending kindness to her classmates. So proud of her growth. Way to go, Becca. Good job. From Mrs. Widener's class, we have Isaiah Smith. This says Isaiah has been working exceptionally hard the past couple of weeks. He is determined to reach his goals and put in the extra work. And this says, we are so proud of you. Good job. From Mrs. Doherty's room, we have Rafa Karim, and this says, Rafa is such a bright student. She is always working hard and is always smiling. She is helpful in the classroom, and she's eager to finish her work to help others. Keep it up, Rafa. You are doing terrific. Great job. From Ms. Bowie's room, we have J.D. Bellflower, and this says, J.D. has had an awesome week. He worked extremely hard to meet his behavioral expectations and had no marks for the entire week. He also met his AR goal. Good job. That's quite impressive, and he is so deserving. From Miss Bowie. Good job, JD. All right, from Mrs. DeRicky's room, we have Ryan Rivera, and this says, Ryan is a model student who demonstrates a positive attitude and always lends a hand. He keeps up with all his work and puts forth his best effort. His kind spirit is infectious. Great job, Ryan. Good job. And last but not least, we have Brooke Barrett from Mr. Griffith's room. And this says, Brooke is our out-of-the-world terrific kid. She comes to class each day prepared and ready to learn. Brooke is a great friend to all and helps out others in need. Super job, Brooke. All right, those are all of our terrific kids for this week. Stay tuned and you'll see all of their smiling faces. And Bobcats, I'll catch you back next week with more terrific kids. Bye.
Well, that's all for today, Bobcats. That's all for this week. Remember to purr, be prepared, be upstanding, be responsible, and always be respectful. And in case we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.